It came from Canada. My stepfather had it, bought it back in 1929, and it has just worked its way down to me.
You've had it for roughly how many years?
Since 66,
Do you know anything about the artist?
not particularly, other than he was sort of in the late 1800s, maybe right around 1900, and he did a lot of spiritual painting.
Well, I think spiritual is an excellent way to define the characteristic, the feeling we get when we
Right.
see this painting. The artist is Charles H. Wilde, who was an artist born in 1854, died in 1907. He grew up in Vienna. He had a studio actually in Cairo, and he is part of what you were alluding to, a movement in art that became extremely popular at the tail end of the 19th century, which today is referred to as Orientalism. The painting's an oil-on panel. It's an
Okay.
original painting, and it's signed here, C.H. Wilde. A little hard to see.
I was going to say, you've got better eyes than I do, that's for sure.
And the painting is called The Hour of Prayer. And in particular, the expression on the gentleman's face who is engaged in prayer, I find to be really beautifully painted. It's a real evocation of his spirituality, of his being in prayer. Orientalism really captures everyday life, and this was all part of a coinciding interest, a subsequent interest, which took hold in the 19th century in Europe, of all things North African, Near Eastern, Middle Eastern. The detail is wonderful. The way that the figures are rendered, the architectural detail, the smooth surfaces, the attention to the texture of the surfaces. It is absolutely a beautiful painting and a great example of Orientalist art. The overall market for Orientalism, strong. It was very strong for a while. There was a little bit of a decline, but there's been a real resurgence in an interest in Orientalist art. Wilde happens to be an artist who's a little bit lesser known in this area, but who has done extremely well with some of his paintings at auction. I would date the painting roughly to about circa 1880, 1890, somewhere in there, although it's worth noting that the painting is not dated. Do you have a sense of what the painting might be worth?
Somebody had told me, $5,000.
Well, I think there was a time when the painting probably did have a fair market value of $5,000. How many years ago did you receive the estimate of $5,000?
Probably 15.
I would say in 2018, if your painting came to auction, we would value it at $30,000 to $50,000.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, wow. I don't know what else to say. Oh, my goodness. I forget those $5,000 people. That's, oh, my goodness.